Money is one of the most misunderstood energies in human life, often treated as something external to ourselves rather than a reflection of our inner consciousness. Florence Scovel Shinn, a spiritual teacher and metaphysical writer of the early 20th century, emphasized that money is not merely a currency, but a flow of energy that responds directly to our beliefs, words, and expectations. Many people struggle with maintaining financial stability, constantly earning and losing money, and often fail to realize that this pattern is not random or caused by outside circumstances alone. According to Shinn, the main reason money doesn't stay with many individuals is the subconscious beliefs they harbor, beliefs that are formed early in life through family conditioning, social influence, and personal experiences. These deep-seated beliefs act like magnets, attracting experiences that match the inner pattern, whether or not those experiences are consciously desired. When a person believes in scarcity, fear, or unworthiness, they unconsciously repel abundance, creating repeated cycles of financial struggle. Shinn often illustrated this point by explaining that the universe responds to the mental pictures one holds. If your mental picture is of losing money, debt, or financial struggle, your outer reality will inevitably mirror that picture. In other words, money is not something to be chased through frantic work or external effort alone. It is a reflection of inner alignment, faith, and the clarity of thought that allows prosperity to flow unhindered. Shinn further taught that fear and anxiety about money are two of the most common mental blocks that prevent wealth from remaining in one's life. People often say, consciously or unconsciously, that they cannot afford something, that money is scarce, or that they are always in danger of financial loss. These words and mental attitudes, though seemingly harmless, are declarations to the universe, setting in motion the laws of cause and effect that bring corresponding results. A person may work tirelessly, earn a substantial income, or receive sudden opportunities, yet if the inner belief system is rooted in fear or insecurity, the money will inevitably slip away. This happens not because of lack of effort or intelligence, but because the subconscious mind, which governs most of our financial behaviors, cannot differentiate between imagined and actual reality. Every thought, word, and emotional reaction programs this inner mechanism, shaping habits of spending, saving, and attracting opportunities. Shinn often emphasized the importance of affirmations, gratitude, and conscious visualization, explaining that when one repeatedly affirms wealth, prosperity, and the right use of money, the subconscious mind absorbs these truths and adjusts one's actions and reactions accordingly. Consequently, money begins to remain longer, accumulate, and flow effortlessly as the individual becomes a vibrational match to abundance rather than a constant repealer of it. Another critical aspect Shinn highlighted is the role of inner alignment in sustaining financial flow. Many individuals unknowingly sabotage their own prosperity because their thoughts, emotions, and actions are not synchronized with the energy of abundance. A person may intellectually desire wealth, yet harbor resentment, jealousy, or fear toward those who have it, or feel unworthy of receiving more than what they already possess. This inner disharmony creates friction, effectively blocking the natural flow of money. Shinn explained that just as a river cannot flow smoothly if obstructed by rocks, so too can money not remain in the life of someone whose internal state is conflicted or resistant. To cultivate lasting wealth, one must examine and release limiting beliefs, forgive past financial mistakes, and consciously embrace a mindset that sees money as a tool for good, rather than a source of anxiety or ego validation. Practicing generosity, gratitude, and faith act like clearing debris from the river, allowing the energy of money to circulate freely. The moment one aligns thought, word, and action with prosperity consciousness, financial opportunities begin to present themselves naturally, and the fear of loss diminishes, replaced by a calm confidence that money is always available when used wisely and with respect. Shinn also emphasized the spiritual dimension of money, pointing out that financial energy is intertwined with the moral and ethical vibration of the individual. According to her teachings, the universe is governed by laws, including the law of karma and the law of attraction, which operate impartially to maintain balance. If a person earns wealth through deceit, manipulation, or negative energy, it may bring temporary gain but will not endure, as the vibrational mismatch eventually disrupts the flow. Conversely, when money is earned, spent, and invested in alignment with truth, service, and integrity, it multiplies and remains stable. This perspective reframes wealth from being merely a material goal to being a reflection of spiritual alignment and conscious responsibility. By cultivating honesty, ethical behavior, and a mindset of service, individuals strengthen their capacity to not only attract money, but also maintain it without anxiety or guilt. Shinn's teachings urge people to see money as a sacred trust, an energy that responds to respect, appreciation, and conscious direction, thereby linking financial prosperity directly with personal and spiritual growth. Fear of poverty, lack, and failure is another deeply ingrained barrier that Shinn repeatedly addressed. Many people carry unconscious patterns of scarcity inherited from their family or society, constantly comparing themselves to others or worrying about what might go wrong. These fears manifest in various ways, such as overspending to prove status, hoarding out of insecurity, or avoiding opportunities due to risk aversion. Shinn asserted that such fears, though subtle, create a vibrational environment that repel wealth, no matter how much effort is applied externally. He encouraged readers to replace fear with faith, to visualize abundance in detail, and to speak affirmations that reinforce stability, security, and financial confidence. By training the mind to focus on prosperity rather than limitation, one gradually rewires the subconscious patterns that govern financial behavior, making wealth a natural, sustained part of life rather than a temporary or precarious presence. The process of cultivating faith is not passive. It requires persistent awareness, deliberate thought, and the daily practice of aligning one's inner state with the energy of abundance. Equally important is the recognition that money flows best when there is clarity of purpose and intention. Shinn believed that many financial struggles arise from a lack of defined goals or the pursuit of wealth for superficial reasons such as prestige or external approval. Without a clear understanding of why money is desired and how it will be used constructively, energy becomes scattered and opportunities pass by unnoticed. Shinn taught that setting specific intentions, coupled with visualization and confident expectation, directs the subconscious to orchestrate circumstances that fulfill those intentions. The mind, when focused, becomes a magnet for opportunities, ideas, and resources that align with the intended outcome. Additionally, Shinn emphasized that prosperity is not solely measured by accumulation, but also by the ability to contribute, create, and uplift others through one's financial resources. When money is used consciously for growth, service, and personal fulfillment, it strengthens its own flow, creating a virtuous cycle of giving and receiving. The energy of money, therefore, responds not merely to desire, but to purposeful, aligned action that reflects a higher understanding of abundance and one's role within the greater energetic network of life. Ultimately, Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings reveal that financial stability and wealth are inseparable from the state of the mind, the clarity of thought, and the alignment of inner beliefs with outer action. Money does not stay with people who hold on to fear, negativity, or a sense of unworthiness. It gravitates instead to those whose consciousness resonates with faith, gratitude, and ethical purpose. By cultivating prosperity consciousness, releasing limiting beliefs, and practicing disciplined inner alignment, individuals can transform their relationship with money from a sense of scarcity and anxiety to one of confidence, ease, and creative freedom. Wealth, in this view, is not just an external achievement, but a reflection of the inner landscape, a mirror of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that either attract or repel the energy of abundance. Shinn's insights challenge readers to take responsibility for their financial reality, not through struggle or frantic effort, but through conscious, purposeful, and spiritually aligned living, showing that when the mind and heart are attuned to the laws of abundance, money becomes a stable, enduring, and empowering presence in life.